You slept 8 hours and you are still tired. Not physically tired, something deeper than that. A kind of tired that a nap cannot fix. A kind of tired that a weekend cannot fix. And the strange part is that nobody around you seems to be talking about it, but everyone around you is feeling it. Let's figure out why. The first thing to understand is that there are different kinds of exhaustion. Physical tiredness is the simple one. You use your body gets tired. You rest, it recovers. That system works. But there is a second kind of exhaustion that does not work that way. Psychologists call it cognitive overload. Your brain processes an enormous amount of information every single day. Every decision you make, no matter how small, costs mental energy. What to eat, what to wear, what to reply, what to ignore. Researchers call this decision fatigue. By the end of the day, your brain has made thousands of small decisions, and it is running on empty. And that is before you factor in the news. The average person today is exposed to more information in a single day than a person in the 15th century encountered in their entire lifetime. That is not an exaggeration. That is a documented research finding. Your brain was not built for this volume. It was built for a village, not the entire internet. Now add social media. Every time you open a feed, you are not just scrolling. You are being evaluated, comparing yourself to others, performing a version of yourself, and processing an endless stream of other people's highlight reels. That is exhausting work, even when it feels passive. Studies show that heavy social media use is strongly linked to increased anxiety, reduced attention span, and a persistent feeling of not being enough. You are tired because you are running a social performance 24 hours a day. Now let's talk about something called ambient anxiety. This is the low-level background hum of worry that most people in the modern world carry constantly. Climate, economy, health, politics, relationships, career, none of these things are ever fully resolved. They just sit at the back of your mind, consuming processing power around the clock. It is like having 50 browser tabs open at all times. Your device slows down, so do you. Here is something that makes it worse. Modern life has erased most of the natural stopping points that humans used to have. Before electricity, darkness ended the day. Before smartphones, leaving work meant leaving work. Before the internet, the news came once a day and then it stopped. Every one of those natural boundaries has been removed. There is no longer a clear signal that tells your nervous system it is safe to stop, so it never fully stops. And a nervous system that never fully stops, never fully recovers. Now here is the part that most people miss. Rest is not the same as recovery. Sitting on a sofa watching television is rest, but it is not necessarily recovery. True recovery requires genuine disengagement from the things draining you. If you spend your evenings scrolling through work emails and anxiety-inducing content, you have rested your body but not your mind, and your mind is what is exhausted. This is why Monday mornings feel the same as Friday evenings for so many people. The weekend happened, but the recovery did not. There is also a cultural layer to this exhaustion that nobody wants to name. We live in a productivity culture that treats rest as laziness and busyness as a badge of honor. Being busy became an identity. Doing nothing became something to feel guilty about. So even when people do stop, they cannot fully stop, because stopping feels wrong. Because the culture told them that their value is measured by their output, and a person who has been told their worth equals their productivity will never truly rest, because resting feels like becoming worthless. That is a brutal equation to live inside. Now let's talk about something researchers call emotional labor. This is the work of managing your emotions and the emotions of people around you. Smiling when you do not feel like it. Being patient when you are running out of patience. Regulating your reactions in meetings, in traffic, in conversations. This is invisible work. It does not appear on any to-do list. It does not get acknowledged, but it costs real energy every single day. And for many people, particularly those who take care of others professionally or personally, emotional labor is the heaviest load they carry. So here is what you are actually carrying. Cognitive overload from constant information. Decision fatigue from thousands of daily micro-choices. Ambient anxiety from unresolved large-scale problems. Social performance pressure from living parts of your life in public. The removal of natural recovery boundaries. A culture that punishes rest. And the invisible weight of emotional labor. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are carrying an objectively enormous load in a system that was not designed to support it, and that actively discourages you from putting it down. Here is the final thought. The exhaustion you feel is not a personal failure. It is a reasonable response to unreasonable conditions. The first step is not a bubble bath or a productivity hack. It is permission. Permission to acknowledge that what you are carrying is genuinely heavy. Permission to stop performing wellness while you are falling apart. Permission to rest without justifying it. You do not need to earn rest. You are a human being, not a machine. And even machines need to be switched off sometimes. Go figure.